What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will be reacting to Prime Kimi Raikkonen Was Scary. One of you requested this video, and you guys know that he is my all-time favorite F1 driver, so I'm looking forward to getting into this video. I think I've only ever done like one video on Kimi, so I'm glad that one of you requested another video on him, and we're going to get straight into it. But before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe. Over half of you that watch my videos still aren't subscribed. Just hit the bell, it takes 2 seconds, and if you'd like to become a member on this channel and receive exclusive perks, you can also do it by hitting the join button down below.
Formula One is full of different personalities. Some drivers are talkative and funny. They give us an insight into who they are, and we connect with that human element of them, which we often forget about, since we think of them a lot of the time as just racing drivers. It's easy to like Sebastian Vettel, for example, because he isn't camera shy. He is happy to...
Yeah, he loves the camera. Miss Seb. Not the clips of Danny Rick. Are you trying to make me cry?
Raikkonen. On the 17th of October 1979, Kimi Raikkonen was born in Espoo, Finland. He began karting at the age of 10 and didn't race outside of Finland until he was 15. Aside from karting, Kimi competed.
Look at him! Oh my god, that's adorable.
Won the 1999 Formula Renault UK Winter Championship and the 2000 Formula Renault UK Championship. We'll talk about Kimi's prime soon, but it's important to provide context about how good he was at a young age and how keen Sauber was to get him in an F1 car. Peter Sauber gave Kimi an opportunity to test in 2000 at Mugello, and on day 2, Kimi was already lapping half a second quicker than Pedro Diniz.
Wow, half a second.
Was confident they had a special talent on their hands, so it became a matter of keeping it on the down low to stop other teams from snooping around and poaching Kimi. The codename Eskimo was what Sauber decided on. After 2 more tests at Jerez and Barcelona, Sauber was convinced. They signed Kimi Raikkonen, but the FIA wasn't so convinced, questioning the risk of putting a young guy with just 23 races to his name in the big leagues. Nevertheless,
FIA don't question anything now, do they? Practically let anything slide, so...
to score points on his debut, and the rest of 2001 was very solid. With 4 points finishes and 8 finishes in the top 8, Kimi had attracted the attention of 2 other teams, McLaren and Ferrari.
Ferrari. We love Ferrari. I just wish that I was like old enough to watch his 2007 championship when it happened. I was like 3 at the time, so...
And Schumacher Ferrari dominance. But Kimi still fought his way to 4 podiums. In 2003, Kimi scored 10 podiums, beat his teammate Juan Pablo Montoya, and lost out to Michael Schumacher, who won the championship.
Look at that haircut.
Clear that Kimi was one of the best on the grid and destined for championship success, given the car was decent and reliable. 2004 was somewhat abysmal.
Excuse me, I was born that year, can't have been abysmal.
At Spa. 2005 saw the World Championship won by Fernando Alonso, but many truly believe that Kimi was the faster driver, and Fernando was lucky that McLaren had reliability issues, which slowed them down. 2005 Kimi Raikkonen was one of the best versions of the Iceman we ever saw in Formula One. The pure speed, determination, and absolutely no fear that he had was simply a pleasure to watch. It's a highlight reel year for him. Suzuka is the big one. With Kimi starting 17th on the grid and smiling about it, look at his face. That's
the one and only time you'll see Kimi smile from the back of the grid.
Fisichella into turn 1 in one of the most unreal overtakes you'll ever see. The onboards from this race on Kimi's part were simply manic, ruthless, unbelievable. Onboards that truly make you feel a sense of speed and urgency to be the fastest on the racetrack. McLaren didn't produce a competitive package for a championship run in 2006, a season which was very much Schumacher v Alonso. At the 2006 Italian Grand Prix, Ferrari announced that they had signed Kimi Raikkonen for the 2007 season.
Isn't that so cool that it was his first season at Ferrari and he won the championship? Albeit it was 1 point ahead of Lewis Hamilton. In Lewis's rookie season, by the way, but...
season, with McLaren having Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso driving their cars, a fast rookie and a double world champion looked great for the team. The two would become fierce rivals throughout the season, and Kimi saw this as an opportunity to capitalize and get amongst the championship fight. The battle could have gone either way between the 3, but Kimi Raikkonen became the 2007 world champion. In 2008, Felipe Massa was the faster of the Ferrari drivers.
I wish that Ferrari would go back to the red and white that they used to have. Like, it looks so much better than the Ferrari now. Argue with the wall.
Ferrari Ferrari improved towards the end of the season, and Kimi finished up with a win in Spa, a P2, and 3 P3s. Kimi was contracted for the 2010 season, but Ferrari and Kimi announced that they would be parting ways at the end of 2009. Ferrari would sign Fernando Alonso, and it was rumoured that Kimi could return to McLaren to partner Lewis Hamilton. After negotiations broke down, Kimi was linked with Mercedes, and
because Kimi went back to Ferrari, didn't he? Because he was teammates with Seb when they were at Ferrari. And then he ended at Alfa Romeo and then retired.
Kimi's return would happen in 2012 with Lotus. Aside from Vettel winning the championship, Kimi was one of the real winners in 2012. He quickly humbled anyone who doubted him after 2 years away from the sport. He was consistent and showed a ton of pace. The highlight was when Kimi won the season's final race at Abu Dhabi. 2013 was off to a flyer when Kimi won the opening round in Australia and scored 8 podiums for the season. Kimi would return to Ferrari in 2014 and remain there until the end of 2018. Kimi would go back to where it all started with Sauber and retire at the end of the 2021 season.
Yeah, depressing.
Would consider Kimi's prime to be during the early 2000s. His stint at McLaren was a huge what if, and with good reliability, Kimi wouldn't have just the one championship. You might ask, why was his prime scary? It's simple, because I was a Ferrari fan and Kimi was a threat. Kimi is considered one of the quickest drivers Formula 1 ever saw, and what's even crazier is that he entered Formula 1 after just 23 races.
Yeah, that is
kind
of crazy.
Unheard of and simply wouldn't happen today. It's truly bizarre to me that he just stepped into an F1 car in Mugello and was faster than Sauber's full-timer, literally the very...
That is scary.
I don't know what is. How can a man who says so little and doesn't care about cameras or media attention make so many people around the globe universally love him?
Maybe
Kimi
that's
is
why.
unintentionally funny. He isn't playing a character or hiding who he really is. I don't even think he tries to be sarcastic.
I think that's why people love him though. Like, he just doesn't care. And that's why everyone's like, yay, Kimi.
One drivers when he retired in 2021, but he still rocked the baggy race suit and had that all-in racing driver mentality.
The baggy race suits. Yeah, look at the sleeves.
Drag every bit of performance out of the car he was given. Not only that, but Kimi had one of the coolest nicknames the sport has ever seen. The Iceman.
Yeah.
Kimi feared no driver, but drivers feared Kimi. If you're ever sitting around the table with your mates...
Kimi feared no driver, the drivers feared Kimi. Wow. Really sums up the video, doesn't it?
Must be in that conversation. He doesn't have the silverware to show for it, just the one championship. But do me a...
But that's enough. I love that video. It really just got straight to the point. There was no like faffing about there. It was prime Kimi Raikkonen. This is him. He's scary. Like, I loved it. I didn't go into like too much detail about his story either. Like, I think the first video I watched was just on like his history and him leading up to now, but this one just like quickly flicked through and then really detailed like why his prime was scary. I love it. I love Kimi. If there's one guy though that I am just 100% sure will never return to F1, it's Kimi. Like, you'd never be able to see that man in an F1 car again. Like, he just doesn't care. Well, like I said, I wish I was like old enough when he won his 2007 championship, because I was like 3 at the time, so obviously I don't remember it. But now that he's like my all-time favorite F1 driver, I really wish. Like, I loved watching him in Ferrari from, like, 2017 and, like, glimpses of 2016 and stuff. That was a really good video. Thank you to everyone for requesting this video. And with that being said, if you have any other requests that you'd like me to react to, drop them in the comments. I'm working my way through everybody's suggestions at the moment. If you didn't want to check out any of my other socials or become a Patreon member and get early access to videos like this and top priority over your suggestions, then you can do all of that down below. And if you want to become a member on this channel and receive exclusive perks, you can also do that by hitting the join button down below. But I hope you enjoyed today's reaction, and I will catch you next time for the next one. Bye.